So, it's time to stop being a victim. I'm not a victim. The way that I see a lot of this shit, if you betray me, I have to see you differently than I did before. Like, I have to look at you as a different person, you know? And that's what's really hard about this whole thing, because I've built up so much fucking trust and been so fucking gullible. That's my fault. That's my fault. I'm holding on to that. Like, I have to... I have every reason, every right to be vengeful and resentful. But I'm not a bad person. Really not. Not really. But I mean, I go back through these fucking scenarios in my fucking head. And all I can think about is, how could you allow yourself to be so tortured? How could you allow yourself to be thrown away? How could you allow yourself to continue going through this fucking pattern, knowing how it's gonna end? How could you be so fucking stupid? So what I have to do is care about myself first. And I already knew that. But until today, I didn't want to. Until today, I didn't even go through any of the fucking pictures of me and my kids, of older pictures of me and her. Nothing. But I'm in the truck, you know, I'm sitting in the fucking passenger seat. You know, I'm there, but I'm not really there, you know, and I'm going through these pictures of us and just seeing how fucking happy we were. And I allowed all of this to happen to me. I allowed the emotional torture to eat away at me, to fucking turn me into this vengeful, fucking hateful, mean, just straight out asshole. Really. Fuck, dude. And a lot of that isn't to say that she didn't do shit wrong too, but what the fuck? That's not the point right now. I let myself suffer. I allowed myself to suffer. I allowed a substance to take a hold of who I was. I allowed that substance to take over the relationship. I allowed it to do all these fucking things. And that is my fault. Life. So unfair. I built up so much trust. I was so fucking close with her. Like this last year, I was much closer to her than I had been in a long fucking time. I just let a fucking drug shit all over it, dude. And then what did I do? I lost control. I didn't have control anymore. So I lost my fucking mind. Because if I'm not in control, then what do I have, dude? What I mean when I say in control is not having control of my life, not having control of my relationship, not having control of myself. Everything I've said on here so far has all been true, has all been from the heart. But it was based off of anger and resentment and vengefulness. Is that really me? No. No. We both allowed this shit to happen, dude. Both of us. This isn't... I'm not a bad person, dude. I'm really not. When I had my shit together. When I don't have my shit together, dude, I just lose it all. I lose everything. My mind, especially. My fucking life, my relationships, my whole self just goes out the window. And then I stop caring about everyone else because I don't care about my fucking self. I'm not afraid of moving on. What I'm afraid of is that I just screwed every fucking thing up and I'm just making things worse. And that I can't fix it. I miss my kids. I miss her. Regardless of what she's done. I allowed myself to fall. I allowed myself to fail. And now I've got to pick myself back up again. Dust myself off. And continue to move forward alone. And that's okay. It doesn't feel okay though. Anyways, I had built up such an image of her that I trusted her with everything. I trusted her with my fucking life. And I was willing to take that away from her. Because I could not stand to suffer anymore. Not knowing at the time that I was doing it to my fucking self. I was allowing it to happen to myself. I was taking all this emotional abuse just constantly, and I was not putting my foot down. I just kept going, and I kept letting it happen and letting it happen. I should have put a fucking stop to it before it got to the point of me trying to freaking, or not, trying to end my life, just taking so many pills that I didn't care if it ended my life or not. Is that even the same thing? I don't know. I gotta get back up and focus on me and try to put this behind me and maybe come back later to some sort of conclusion that works for everyone. I need to be somebody. I need to be somebody that the kids can rely on. I need to be somebody that she can rely on, whether she's with me or not with me. I've just not been that person. Another thing I've been sitting here thinking about is if she could do this, she was the closest person to me. If she can do this to me, and I can let her, what's that say about me? Is that a flaw that I've got? Taking abuse?